Hey there, second graders. I am so excited to work with you today on a number talk. And just to refresh your memory, a number talk is when your teacher, whether it was myself or Miss Powell or Mrs. Lewandowski or Mrs. Medeiros, worked with you on different strategies for addition and subtraction fact fluency. So listen, when we did this in class, your teacher would call on you and you would get to share your strategies. So obviously, I don't really have a way to call on you for you to share your strategy. So I think I've actually come up with kind of a fun game we could play instead. But listen, before I share with you that game, I want us to take a peek together at today's goal. Look at this with me. This says, goal, I can subtract strategically. So to subtract strategically, that just means that you're thinking critically about the numbers so that you can subtract in an efficient way. So on the other hand, I want you to rate yourself a 1 if you're confused. It's okay if you are. A 2 if you think you could do it with my help. A 3 if you could do it independently. And a 4 if you think that you could teach someone how to do this. Alrighty, are you ready to hear how the game's gonna work? Alrighty, what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to write a problem on the board, and when I tell you to, I'm going to have you pause this video, and on a sheet of paper, I want you to solve that subtraction problem using as many strategies as you know. And then when you're done, you're going to unpause this video and I'm going to try to guess all of the strategies that you might have used. But listen, this is where things get fun and a little silly. Every time that I solve the problem the way that you solved it, on the other end, I want you to show me moose ears. And you don't even need to say moose ears. You can just silently go on the other end and show me those moose ears. Are you guys ready? So listen, I'm gonna grab my tissue and I am going to erase today's goal just because I really do need all the space on this whiteboard so that I can guess all of the strategies that you might use. Are you ready for the problem? The problem that I want you to solve is 15 minus 9 equals what? And remember, when you solve this, I want you to solve this using as many strategies as you know. So go ahead and hit pause and solve this on a sheet of paper using as many strategies as you know. I'll wait. Alrighty, are you back with me? I am ready to try to guess the strategy that you used. And if I work it on this whiteboard in a way that's on your sheet of paper, I want you guys to go, alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go. So for 15 minus 9, I'm thinking that some of you might have decided to subtract by breaking up your 9 like this. Maybe some of you thought, hey, if I break up my 9 into a 5 and a 4, that could help me subtract by getting to a 10. So I could say, or maybe you said, 15 minus 5 gets me to 10. And I cross out that 5 to show that I'm keeping track of what I'm subtracting. And then you subtracted your 4 to say 15 minus 5 gets me to 10, minus 4 gets me to 6, which would mean that 15 minus 9 equals 6. Alrighty, are there moose ears on the other end? Did I guess? So listen, if I did guess and you're showing me moose ears, go ahead and put your moose ears down so you're ready to focus on the next strategy. And even if you didn't use this strategy, you can always pause this video when we're done to analyze or look at these strategies if maybe you want to use it in the future. Alrighty, I'm going to try and guess again. I'm going to draw kind of a squiggly line to break this up and get a different color so that it'll stay organized. I'm thinking that some of you might have moved where the box is in your subtraction problem. Did anybody think about 15 minus 9 as 15 minus blank equals 9? If you thought of it that way, maybe you solved it like this. Did anybody think 15 minus 5 gets me to 10, minus 1 gets me to 9? Are there some moose ears on the other end? So listen, I want you to look at this problem for a second. Even if you didn't solve it, do you know where the answer is? Point to it if you think you can find it. The answer is in my 5 and in my 1 because I was starting at 15 and going down to 9. So listen, what's 5 plus 1? Everyone, it's 6. 15 minus 6 is 9. Alrighty, if there are moose ears on the other end, go ahead and put them down so that you can get ready to look at the next problem. Alrighty, I'm thinking that some of you guys might have changed this around yet another way. In our first problem, the box was after the equal sign. It was in the middle over here, it's still subtraction. Was there anybody who took this subtraction problem and turned it into an addition problem? Did you think to yourself, 9 plus blank equals 15? If you thought about it this way, maybe this is how you solved it. 9 plus 1 gets me to 10 plus 5 gets me to 15. So listen, even if you didn't solve it this way, can you find where the answer is? It's, again, just like it's in the 5 and the 1 over here, it's in the 1 and the 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. 9 plus 6 equals 5. So some of you might have switched this around to say 9 plus blank equals 15. Oh, maybe there are still some moose ears over there. Alrighty, if you have moose ears, go ahead and pull them down. I have one more guess for how you might have solved it. And my last guess is actually really similar to this one. Is there anybody over here who just had in their bank of facts, 9 plus 6 equals 15, meaning that you knew that, and you could just say 9 plus 6 equals 15, so 15 minus 9 equals 6. Alrighty, you know what? I think I am done guessing for how you might have solved this. Alrighty, so this is what you can do if you would like to have some additional practice, is you can pause this video at the end. I'm gonna make sure that all of this is showing. And if there's a strategy on here that you didn't use, but you think you would like to use, you could pause this video and work on solving other subtraction problems using this strategy. Alrighty, I really enjoyed getting to stretch my mind with you today, and I'm excited to do it again in a few days. Bye!